Famous Guitars, episode number 53. Well, today we're stepping into smoky cafes of Paris in the 1930s, into a world of jazz, fire, and resilience. And of course, if you know your jazz, you know I'm talking about this guitar right here.
And of course, I'm talking about the legendary Django Reinhardt and the unmistakable sound of his Selmer McAfee guitar. Django Reinhardt's story is unlike any other in music history. Born in 1910 into a Romani family, Django grew up surrounded by music. By his teens, he was already a promising banjo and guitar player in the dance halls of France. But in 1928, everything changed. A fire broke out in his caravan, severely injuring his left hand. Two of his fingers were left partially paralyzed. For most guitarists, that would have been the end. For Django, it was the beginning of something entirely new. Enter the Selmer McAfee guitar. In the early 1930s, the French company Selmer began producing guitars designed by Italian luthier Mario McAfee. These instruments were unlike anything else at the time. They featured a large body, a distinctive D-shaped sound hole, often called Grande Bouchy, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and an internal resonating chamber designed to increase volume and projection. Later version, the one favored by Django, had a smaller oval sound hole, the Petite Bouchy, which produced more focused and cutting tone. These guitars were loud, clear, and punchy, perfect for cutting through a band before electric amplification became common. Django adopted the Selmer guitar in the early 1930s, and it quickly became his voice. Despite having only two fully functional fingers, Django developed a revolutionary technique: lightning-fast arpeggios, fluid runs, rich expressive chords. He turned limitation into innovation. And that Selmer guitar, it responded to every nuance. Its long scale length and ladder bracing gave it a sharp attack and incredible projection, ideal for Django's aggressive picking style. The floating bridge and tailpiece design added to its unique resonance, giving birth to a tone that would define an entire genre. In 1934, Django co-founded the Quintet du Hot Club de France. Again, hope I'm pronouncing that right, with violinist Stéphane Grappelli. And I'm probably really butchering these names, so please be kind in the comments. Together, they created what we now call gypsy jazz. No drums, no horns, just strings, guitars, violin, and bass. And right at the center of it all, Django Selmer. Tracks like Minor Swing showcase not just his genius, but the guitar's unmistakable voice, bright, percussive, and deeply expressive. One of the most famous instruments associated with Django is his Selmer number 503, built in 1940. This guitar has become almost mythical. After Django's death in 1953, it passed through collectors and eventually found its way into museums and exhibits, where it remains one of the most revered acoustic guitars in history. Today, luthiers around the world still build replicas of the Selmer-style guitars, chasing that elusive Django tone. Brands like Selmer no longer produce these guitars in the same way, but their legacy lives on in every gypsy jazz player who picks up a Selmer-style instrument. What makes Django's Selmer so important isn't just its design, it's what it represents. Innovation born from adversity, a new sound created by necessity, and a reminder that sometimes the greatest limitations can lead to the most groundbreaking artistry. Django Reinhardt didn't just play the Selmer McAfee guitar. He transformed it into a voice that could sing, cry, and swing harder than anything the world had ever heard before. And nearly a century later, its sound still echoes. And there you are. There's your episode number 53, Django Reinhardt's Selmer McAfee guitar.
If you're on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, comment below. If you're on TikTok, like, share, and follow for more Famous Guitars.